Hey guys, welcome to Cooking with Austin.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing, watching, and recreating Paris's infamous lasagna, hashtag Paris Lasagna. I just saw the video a little bit late and I decided this would be the perfect video to film. Let's get to it.
As you all know, well, maybe not all of you know, people who do know that I'm an amazing cook.
Let me preface this entire video with the fact that I think Paris Hilton is an icon. She is an incredible businesswoman. This is in no way like a diss to her. I think even she knows that this is hilarious.
My entire life, I just remember sitting on the counter and watching my mom cook, and
not helping.
This is my little assistant today. So now I'm gonna teach you guys how to make lasagna.
Bye, Diamond Baby.
So make sure to put the oven to 375. Over New Year's, I was in Yellowstone and I made lasagna, but they were the ones that you don't need to steam. So I would recommend getting those because it's way easier. You just literally put them in the oven. You don't have to steam them or anything.
Does she mean boil? Bakeless lasagna noodles. I don't think I've ever seen those. She's not talking about fresh, is she? No.
But whatever, today we'll settle with these. Sorry, Barilla. Right. So this will start, it will like shrink so that they're not so big and they'll fit. Don't break them in half or it just ruins the lasagna vibe.
Don't break them in half or it just ruins the lasagna vibe. Okay, cool. So it looks like she got a pot. We're gonna fill this with water. And just to keep the recipe authentic, we are using Barilla. I want to give Barilla all the love that Paris didn't. Paris and I are playing good cop, bad cop. Bad lasagna, bad lasagna. So we have our pot. Make sure to bang it around a little bit. Now I know she's using a gas stove and I'm using electric, but I have a feeling it doesn't really matter. I'm just turning it up to, I'm assuming high. Following her exact instructions, just gonna put them in, and oh my god. So she says
it will like shrink.
And I have to believe her. She's the expert.
It's true. I am allergic to bullshit.
Okay, next.
Let's get all the other ingredients. Obviously you do not need this Mr. Ricotta cheese.
Why does she have that much ricotta cheese?
I like using a lot of it because it's amazing, but don't use this much. It's way too much.
Are we following your recipe or not, Paris? All right, to the fridge. Sorry, my ricotta wasn't 100% sure how much to get. Meat, cheese. I think that's it.
I would definitely recommend getting shredded mozzarella because now I have to grate the cheese. This is my first time cooking here, so I have no idea if I even have one.
Drama.
Yes. All right, I do have one. Still, I wish this was already shredded.
All right, so I got a block of mozzarella cheese because I wanted to stay true to the Paris recipe, so I will be grating it myself. These lasagna noodles just sitting on the stove is really stressing me out, but Paris knows best. So.
Okay.
She really doesn't say how much, so I'm just going off of the visual that I have of her plate, which still seems like way too much cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna get another piece of cheese.
But it's Paris lasagna. I myself, like Paris, now have a much greater appreciation for already shredded cheese. I'm just gonna say that's enough. So we're gonna set that aside. My noodles are finally shrinking down. Thank God. Cool. What's next?
But now that it's 2020, you're still gonna see sliving.
Am I just not brushed up on my Paris Hilton lore? Is sliving something from like Simple Life days? Huh. Alright, I just turned the heat way down because, again, we didn't quite get instructions on how hot to boil the water. Or did we?
Yes. Over New Year's, I was in Yellowstone and
No, she doesn't tell us how hot to make the water.
All right, so take a photo.
Let me get my phone.
Just letting you guys all know on Twitter right now, about to film a new YouTube video of me cooking my Infamous lasagna.
Infamous lasagna.
Cooking with Paris. Hashtag chef Paris. Hashtag Paris lasagna. No. Actually, do not use the hashtag Paris lasagna. It sounds beyond. So after we've grated all the cheese.
I'm gonna start using Beyond every single day. So she started adding the, She started adding the ricotta.
My favorite. Why is this one all like curly looking? Oh, because that's whole milk and this, different brands. Okay, it's all like supposed to be like that.
I think I'm using the exact same amount that she's using. It's not very clear. I did get 2 different brands because that's technically what the recipe called for. We have the ricotta. Hello. So I have my ricotta. What's next? She is so over this.
Sorry, I'm doing a cooking tutorial and I have like none of the correct things. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it will work. Yeah, it's working. So.
Okay, so now I am on the search for a spoon that is not brutal.
All these spoons are brutal.
Looks like she went for something a little bit more in the spatula family, so I'm gonna do the same. Well, here, I have this. I feel like Paris would approve.
And then you get an egg.
An egg.
Yep. Mix it.
And we're mixing.
Kind of reminds me of like making cookies and you like put the egg.
How does this remind anyone of making cookies? Oh, to be in the Paris bubble.
Some of the cheese, you want to use it for different layers, but it's cool to like mix it together. That's like one of my tricks.
So I got the okay from Paris. It is cool to mix it together. It's one of her tricks. You know what that sounds like? Let me know in the comments below. All right, I'm gonna make the executive decision. I'm gonna turn my noodles off. All right, so I can set this aside, scoot this over. They do look quite done. Now, to get started on the
Lasagna sauce.
Lasagna sauce.
Let's put this on.
Looks like she got a big pan. So this looks similar.
I usually take olive oil and put that instead of butter because it's healthier and it tastes better. I think I put too much, so if you ever do that, just go like this, just smush it around.
I have to follow the recipe. Olive oil. Oh no, but it's too much olive oil. This is so wrong. And then I guess regular heat, medium?
Let's put this on. Careful.
I'm gonna say medium heat.
Great.
So, she just... Now I'm gonna wash my hands even though she didn't. Just a personal choice.
Again, I don't know if I have the right cooking utensil, but one of these will work. Okay. This pan is too small. Alright.
Okay.
Flip it, kind of make it tan,
Flip it, make it tan.
whatever. This fell on the side, it's disgusting.
I was following the recipe exactly.
I'm not sure of the exact measurement of what you're supposed to do, but this is what I do every time. Just go like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Well, you know what they say. When in Paris. At least she's seasoning her food. We may not have expected that from her, and that's my fault for assuming.
All right, that's too much. So I'm gonna do my towel trick again. Take a towel, get bottled water. It's like, who knows what's in these sewers, it's beyond. And then dab the meat.
So because that was too much, we're gonna use her paper towel trick. So I have a paper towel. Now I don't have bottled water, but I do have filtered water because, you know, we don't know what's in these sewers, so. Dab, dab, dab to make your meat fab. All right, she said you want to cook it, but not all the way. Make it tan.
So again, is me just guessing. I have no idea how much, but I love putting this much. Like,
is that
4,
pepper?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, because I love 11, 11. So it's good luck.
1, 2. Make a wish.
I think we should just put a top on it and let it simmer. Just want to grind it as much as you can and squeeze all that juice. I can't. And get the sauce ready. Another pan for. Just grab any other spices. Himalayan pink salt. Sounds cool. So do like 7 of these.
5, 6, 7.
After it's cooked.
So the lid served no purpose. And I also have an extra pan that she asked for that has not come into play yet, but it's on standby.
You want to put it into a drainer and just get all the oily stuff.
I'm not going to use a whole strainer. I did learn a trick. Just take the ricotta container from earlier, line it with tin foil, and then I have this handy dandy whale that my sister got me, and then drain. Because all that grease, or as Paris says, oily stuff, should not be going down your drain because it solidifies and then it'll clog your drain.
So nasty.
Cool.
And this is what I do when I cook. My unicorn mist. Of course, not near the food. Tomato sauce.
I don't have unicorn mist, which I understand is a toner. I wanted to get it for the video, but my budget was kind of spent. These are all the ingredients I had to buy. $65. So sorry, unicorn mist. I have an alternative.
Into here.
She doesn't mix it, so moving along.
To make sure it's like the perfect consistency.
To the perfect consistency.
Perfect. Okay, I was supposed to chop these onions and garlic.
Okay, so she thought she was almost done. She came across her onion and garlic and decided,
My lasagna should not have onion or garlic in it.
Paris, I get it. Sometimes you think you're done with something and then you find out that you need to do something else. Crazy. So, in the spirit of the video.
So now we have all the ingredients ready. We have the cheese, we have the sauce, and the noodles are just finishing up.
So she never really told us when to take the noodles off the stove. I took them through a little halfway through this video. Drain the noodles. I have a lid that does that. Good enough. Sure, it won't make a difference. Ta-da!
I actually brought these, so if I was gonna cut onions, I'd wear them. Usually I do that when I cut onions. You always need to make sure to check on the sauce.
Check on the sauce. It's the first thing in this whole recipe that we've checked on.
All right, so now we have everything. Let's make lasagna. And just put on the bottom.
Layer in some sauce. She did quite a lot.
And then you start the layering. If they rip, it ruins the whole thing, so just don't use those ones.
I think these are all gonna stick together. See, this is why you put olive oil when you're cooking your lasagna, so they don't stick together. So I'm not following the recipe exactly because that one ripped a little at the end and it ruins the whole lasagna vibe. This is getting a little easier. I'm gonna have to separate you. Keep gossiping.
So next, you take the ricotta cheese, and we're gonna do another layer. I like to do a lot of this.
I almost just licked my finger and forgot that's like a whole ass raw egg.
Lasagna is like very hard to make. Well, actually, I don't think it is, but people think it is, but it's actually really fun and really easy. But I guess it is a lot of steps compared to like making toast or something.
You heard it here first. Ashes to ashes and crust to crust. I knew I would do that. Alright, so far, this extra mozzarella that we shredded has not been spoken for. Wondering when that comes into play. Maybe I was a little shy with the ricotta at first. Alright, are we adding another layer of ricotta?
So now after all the layers, the final part, just the cheese.
Oh, I have so much ricotta left. How many layers did she put? Okay, so she's... I only did like 2 layers, but it looks like she did 3. So I'm gonna do 1 more layer of pasta, and then it'll just be like a cheese layer. I should have measured out. Again! Maybe the last layer was the friends you made along the way. So then it looks like...
cheese.
Then it looks like she just takes the rest of the mozzarella. I feel like this was supposed to go in between each layer.
This keeps it all baking inside. Wrap it like a present. Well, not really, just like that.
I'm gonna wrap it like a present. Because honestly, isn't this the greatest gift of all? I also noticed is she rips it with her fingers instead of the blade.
Okay.
After about 35 to 40 minutes, take off the foil. I'll see you guys in 35 to 40 minutes. Do you know how long it takes to cook a Paris lasagna? Till it's hot.
All right, let's see if it's ready.
So the timer's done. I realized in the video it only said after 35 to 40 minutes take off the foil, but not how long to cook it for. So I had to use a quick Google. Paris wasn't too far off, and in 5 to 10 minutes we should be ready to take the lasagna out of the oven. Just want to do like a little check-in, but it's not getting sexy like hers. I think in the interest of keeping it authentic to the Paris lasagna, I'm going to just leave it in the oven because she left plenty of things to interpret earlier, so we're gonna assume this is one of those moments. The edges are getting pretty crispy, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. It's not gonna look the same, but did we want it to? Bada bing, bada boom, Paris lasagna.
Yes.
And that's how you cook Paris lasagna.
I hope you guys enjoyed my little cooking show. I'm gonna be cooking more.
Alright, so that's the video. So she doesn't eat it. Now I can't just create Paris lasagna and not give it a try. So this is the infamous Paris lasagna. Now we're gonna go in for a taste. It's a very safe lasagna. She might be onto something. Without all those extra spices and flavors, you can really taste each individual ingredient because there are only 4 of them. Ignoring the fact it is void of any seasoning whatsoever, it's an edible lasagna. Ease of followability, 5 or a 6. Instructions weren't necessarily clear. Taste is about a 6. Okay, with every bite I take, it gets more and more flavorless. It just tastes like noodles, beef, and cheese. Like a hint of tomato. Like the meat's best friend is a tomato and it started copying its personality. I think it definitely could have benefited from that onion and garlic. Maybe I would put the flavor at about a 4 or a 5. This is in no way a diss to Paris. I enjoyed the video a lot. It was fun to watch, fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Do whatever you want. I'm not your dad. This has been recreating Paris's cringe lasagna. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.